Hello and what is going on, everybody? Hello, what is up? Welcome everyone to a full new streaming day. How you doing? Hopefully, the answer is I'm doing well, and hopefully you're ready for a good full day of fun gameplay streams. I know I am. This is kind of, I guess we call it the calm before the storm, because we all know that tomorrow with the release of Death Stranding, that's all anyone's going to be talking about, and all anyone's going to want to see me play. So today's kind of like the last day of me covering other releases before Death Stranding releases. Obviously, everyone's super hyped. They want to see how I react to it. I'm obviously interested in seeing what the game ends up being after all the hype and the reviews that came out a week ago that were very polarizing and everything. We're all excited. Let's put it that way, okay? So, today is Thursday, November 7th, 2019. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to my first of two gameplay streams for the day. This stream is going to be Luigi's Mansion 3. I am well aware that the that the stream schedule has changed per adjustments. You know, this happens every once in a while when something either goes wrong or something turns out unexpectedly the way that we had thought that it would turn out. And that's the case here, where we had a game yesterday that I was hoping was going to be fun for a couple days. It ended up being a dud, and I quit out after an hour. I'm like, well, screw this. So I ended up instead playing the Outer Worlds all day long yesterday, which, by the way, I don't mind. That was really fun. But, sadly, for a lot of people, they were disappointed. They were expecting a day full of action and hilarity and fun, and instead we just kind of got a chill day of open-world RPG exploration. For a lot of people, that was very disappointing. And very, very, how can I say it? Like, I know when you're coming to a day with expectations and those expectations don't get filled, then it's kind of, you know, deflating, okay? So admittedly yesterday, then it brought out the trolls, because they're like, oh man, this is a day where we thought Phil would rage and lose playing an Olympic game, and instead now he's having fun with a chill RPG. Let's troll the shit out of his streams. And, you know, the chat was kind of unruly with trolling and everything all day long. And I did my best, you know, to try to roll with it and just have a good time, which I did. And by the way, we entered a new part of, I almost said Death Stranding. We entered a new part of the Outer Worlds called Byzantium. It is a very upper-class city area of the game. Very different in stark comparison to the rest of the game before. And I'm curious to see, you know, how much was left in the game. I know since it's a brand new area, there's probably going to be a lot of side quests. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. And people are saying the game is roughly 30 hours long. And I checked last night. My playthrough of the Outer Worlds is about 22 hours long at this point. So it's looking like maybe another 8 hours till I beat it. So I'm actually getting near the end of the game, which is interesting. Okay. So anyway, yeah, all that is available to watch over on DSPGaming if you want to give it a look. Okay, it's all available there. My face is itchy. Sorry, my face was itchy. Yeah. So we're going to see. We're going to continue on, and all the Outer Worlds gameplay is available over on DSP Gaming on demand. You can get caught up on the playthrough. That playthrough will remain a playthrough that I'll balance in with everything else. As you know, with new releases, they take priority, so the Outer Worlds will probably be like a late-night stream once or twice a week. So within the next week to 2 weeks, we'll probably wrap up that playthrough, okay? So today, I got nothing really to do. You know, it completely threw a monkey wrench into my schedule. And so I decided, well, what we should do is we'll play more Luigi's Mansion. This is a game that I've now played about 5.5 hours of, I guess, 6 hours of. And it's quite good. Like, I really like the game. Now, the game has become themed floors. So last time that I played, we had a garden. Well, first it was a medieval theme, then a garden theme, and then it was a movie studio. So that was really neat, having 3 different themes. Every floor now having a brand new theme is really cool. And we're still in the movie studio because we beat the stage, but then you realize, man, there was no boss on this level. I wonder why. Come to find out, a new ghost creature shows up, a ghost cat, that now we're chasing through the floors in order to get the elevator button so that we can actually continue on to the next floor in the game. Now, Luigi's Mansion 3 is a very chill game. What I mean by that is, yes, there's some tricky puzzles and there's combat. For the most part, though, it's very relaxing. There's not anything super duper action intensive outside of maybe a boss fight here or there. There's nothing that's going to cause rage. There's nothing that causes too suspense. And quite frankly, it's not super tough. Now that I've kind of got the formula down of how the game works, you go in, you solve the basic puzzles, you try to find as many of the gems as possible. You get to the end of the stage, you fight a boss. Then if you can't find all the gems, you can go buy the gem indicators to go back and find the missing gems that you missed the first time around. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Of course, there's a few variables thrown in there. Find the invisible ghosts and the like. But for the most part, I kind of understand what the game is now. And that's a good thing, though. I like it. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm very excited for more today. 4 more hours. I don't know how much longer is in the game, being honest with all of you. I never played a Luigi's Mansion game before. Now we're 6 hours in. Does that mean after another 4 hours it's over? Or does that mean that there's even more after that? I think we're heading to the 9th floor. And if you actually count the number of floors in the hotel based on the elevator, I think it looks like there's 14 or something like that. So we're getting, further in. I don't know by the end of today how many more floors in will have been. I guess we'll see. Okay, so this is going to be another 4+ hours of Luigi's Mansion 3 fun. For those who like the game and want to help me out if I get stuck on a puzzle or whatever, please by all means do. That's added to the fun element of the game over the course of the playthrough. Okay? Alright. Later tonight, I'll be playing more WWE 2K20, and yes, that is different. That originally was not scheduled, but that's going to be tonight. We're going to continue on with the My Career mode of WWE 2K20. FYI, we are nearing the end of it, because I believe now we're in Chapter 14, and there's only 18 chapters in the My Career mode that I've been playing. So hopefully tonight, the rate it's been going is about an hour per chapter, so maybe we can get through Chapter 14 and Chapter 15 tonight. And maybe we can continue on, and see maybe another 1 to 2 sessions, and we'll be finishing that up. I hope. Okay. We'll find out. We'll see tonight. And now, keep in mind that game is not a game that's like I'm playing on its own merits. It's a game that I'm playing because it's so bad it's good. It's a game that's been entertaining for the wrong reasons. All right, but it's still entertaining. So I hope you'll join me tonight for the silly, hilarious, cringeworthy fun of WWE on the late stream, okay? Tomorrow is the big day, because, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is now time for the release of Death Stranding. That is correct. Death Stranding releases tomorrow, which, of course, is all anyone's talking about. Everyone's excited for it. Everyone wants to know if this game's any good, and we're going to find out firsthand tomorrow. Okay, so it'll be 4 hours, the premiere of Death Stranding. I know the hype is real, and we're probably going to get a ton of people on the stream. Both good and bad. Whenever you play a hype new release, you bring in the good element and the bad element, and I'm well aware of that. Okay, so we'll find out. We'll see what happens. All right, hopefully it ends up being something entertaining. I don't know. The reviews are very polarizing. So I don't know if it's going to be something that's great for stream or something that you guys get bored of within 10 minutes. For me, the way I see it is this. My new interactive streaming method, I say new even though I've been doing it for 2.5 years, it's still only like not even a fifth of the time that I've really been content creating have I done stuff like this, right? The reason I like this is because even if we're playing a game that isn't amazingly entertaining, we could still have a good time interacting with each other. You see what I mean? We could still have a good time talking, chilling, having some fun conversations, and in general just having a good time rather than having to focus on the game. And if the game ain't so good and it's boring, then the stream could be boring. But if we do interactive stuff, then it ends up being fun regardless. And that's the kind of approach I'm taking to Death Stranding. If the actual basic gameplay of the game is really bad, then let's just have a good time during it. Let's have fun, let's interact, let's treat it like that, like a chill stream. And then when we get to fun cutscenes or story elaboration, or if we get to a big boss fight, so be it. Let's enjoy that. That's kind of my approach on the game. All right. I hope that it turns into something that ends up being a good playthrough long term. Because from what I understand, the game is roughly 30 hours long, and the first 10 to 12 hours apparently are some of the most boring in the game. Like, first you get the intro cutscenes, which is great, but then after that, once you start playing the game, apparently it gets really boring. Until later on when some new abilities and things unlock. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to try to enjoy the game at face value. I hope you guys will join me for it as well, and we'll see how it turns out. So Death Stranding premieres tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow night, the late night stream will be Modern Warfare, and I'm actually going to try Ground War all night long. Now, I know this could be a horrible mistake, but the way I'm approaching this is kind of similar to WWE. I know it's probably not going to be good. I know it's probably going to be annoying. It's going to be unfair. It's going to be a camp city. It's going to be ridiculous. But I'm approaching it like that, okay? And so I'm not expecting much of it. I just kind of want to do a one-off, crazy stream of it and see how it goes. And hopefully it ends up being entertaining. All right, so we're doing that tomorrow night, Friday night. Modern Warfare Ground War stream. Then on Saturday, more Death Stranding. Okay. More Death Stranding on Saturday. And then Saturday night, it'll be a continuation of the Outer Worlds. 2 hours at late night stream. Then on Sunday, more Death Stranding. Yes, that's right. 3 straight days, 4+ hours of Death Stranding a day. So we're going to get around 12 hours into the game in the first 3 days. And then Sunday night, continuing Luigi's Mansion 3. Okay, so you see I'm balancing all the other stuff with Death Stranding. Monday, I am leaving Monday completely open as a schedule. Why? Because I want to see what happens over the weekend. Is Death Stranding going to be a game that's gripping and fun and a game that you guys want to see more streams of? Or is Death Stranding going to end up being a big dud, and by the end of the weekend, of us playing it all weekend, everyone's tired of it and wants to do something else, all right? So the way I'm seeing it, Monday is completely open, and I could do anything. I could do more Death Stranding if people really want it, or I could do a major stream of the Outer Worlds, and if we really are near the end of the game, maybe we can actually finish the Outer Worlds on stream, okay? I could do another stream of Luigi's Mansion, maybe, or I could do something different. And honestly, what I'm leaning towards for the late night stream on Monday is Minecraft. And the reason I say that is because Minecraft was a weekly chill stream that I was doing for months and months, almost a full year, and now we haven't done Minecraft in over 2 weeks, and people are kind of antsy. They're like, man, I really liked the late night chill. Where did it go? And the answer is, we're too busy with new releases. When there's new releases, they take priority over the chill streams. But a lot of people have been asking for me to bring back a chill stream or two a week. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll do a late night Minecraft stream on Monday, just to have that Minecraft stream in there, a more relaxing end of the week. Because keep in mind that Tuesday is my day off, so it's a nice relaxing end of the week with Minecraft. I don't know what else I'll do on Monday. Again, there's many options of what I could do on Monday. So I want to kind of leave my options open. And again, directly dependent on what happens this weekend will determine what I play on Monday. Okay? Fair enough? All right. So there you go. That's the rough schedule for the week. Keep in mind, I'm off on Tuesday, but then I'm back on Wednesday, more than likely with more Death Stranding. Okay? Probably Wednesday, Thursday will be a balance of more Death Stranding with, balance with other stuff at night. And then on Friday, we got a dual new release coming up next week. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'll be playing Sword. So, a busy release week next week with dual new releases. And that's why I got to try this week to get as far as I can, whether I get a big foothold in Death Stranding, whether we finish up Outer Worlds or whatever. That's kind of my goal, is to get as far as I can in those games before we get so many new releases out that now it's hard to juggle them all. Okay? So there you go. Fair enough. All right. That's the week. Now, you might also notice at the top of your screens, I don't know if you guys were here yesterday or not, maybe many of you were not, that we have a sub goal for this month. That's right. We have a subs goal for the month of November. If we hit 625 concurrent subs at any point during the month of November, I'll be doing a special holiday event. Okay? This will be an event where I'll be dressing up in a festive attire. I will be possibly drinking and imbibing a little bit during the course of the day. Not too much, but maybe a little bit on and off. Some beer, some eggnog or something. And I'll be playing a variety of games that you guys will be nominating and voting. And the games this year will not just be holiday themed. In previous years, I've kind of limited it and said, they have to be holiday themed games. But I'm not doing that this year. Instead, I'm saying, hey, any game is fair game. If you want to see me play some throwback classic Street Fighter, if you want to see me play some Call of Duty, if you want to see me, do whatever. Anything would be fair game for this marathon, okay? As long as it's something that's actively available, okay? So, that's the deal. Coming up, I hope that we can hit the subs goal this month, and I hope that we can do this event. By the way, the earlier we hit the subs goal, the better, because then immediately, once we hit the subs goal, I can set up the thread for people to start nominating games for the holiday event, all right? So, the sooner the better. Right now, we're at 592 subs out of 625, so we still got a ways to go, over 30 subs, but I know we can hit it. We've hit this before, and keep in mind, you know, subbing has many benefits, including access to all of my fun emotes, not having to watch advertisements when I run ad breaks, and of course, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter via subbing. Okay? Good stuff. Alrighty. Alright, so continuing on. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention on pre-stream. Not really. Alright. Alright, so let's head into the next segment, also known as the gratuitous plugs. Your favorite segment. No, it's not your favorite segment. It's no one's favorite segment. The gratuitous plugs are, simply put, just the thing that's required in order for me to make a living doing this. No one likes advertisements. I don't like advertisements, but please bear with me and we'll get through it, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 11 years that I've been able to be a content creator on the internet, you know, sharing my daily gameplay experiences with all of you and just having, in general, a great time, sharing my hobby of video games as my job, okay? And, you know, in this day and age, I'm an interactive streamer. I rely almost solely on crowdfunding during the live streams in order to make ends meet. It's not like the old days where I used to be a full-time YouTuber and I made tons of ad revenue on videos on YouTube and it was a great time. It's kind of the complete and polar opposite now, where YouTube's almost nothing for me, and I'm almost 100% reliant on you guys here on the streams contributing. All right, and that being said, what we're going to do is I'm going to outline many ways that are available for you to contribute and help me out. I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible, but I will say this up front. Please understand that even though contributions are greatly appreciated, and yes, matter-of-factly, they keep stuff going around here, they're not required. I am happy to just have people come by and hang out with me on a daily basis, hear my reactions to the hottest new games, or maybe retro games when I get a chance to play them. I love interacting with you guys. I love that you have interactions both with me and my stream chat, and that we have a good, fun, chill time. That's what it's all about. I did this for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever made a penny doing it, okay? I would still do this if I couldn't make money doing it. But that being said, matter-of-factly, yes, contributions do pay the bills, so please, if you can contribute, please do, and here are some of the methods that you can. I could sit here and go through all of them, but I'll just say this. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil you can check out. I have a Teespring store at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, where you can buy merch, especially with the holidays coming up. Might be a good idea for a gift or something. Or, more than likely, if you want to contribute, it's going to be one of the methods by which you're going to get a shout out during the stream. So those would be either cheering with bits, or subscribing to the channel, or tipping me during today's live stream. If you do any of those things, I will give you a live shout out during the gameplay stream in order to say thank you. In addition, we have other ways that you can get recognition, including a live leaderboard here, where I will update it periodically with the top cheerer and the top tipper of the day. There's also integrated leaderboards here on Twitch, such as the top cheerer of the day, top cheerer of the week, which tracks the top 10 cheerers cumulatively of the entire week, and also a leaderboard that tracks how many people gift subs, okay? So nice. It's very nice, and I hope that you guys will consider contributing if you can. Now, being very matter-of-fact, again, with all of you and transparent, the best way to help me out is by tipping me. The reason being is I don't get paid by Twitch until the 15th of the month, or later. Usually it's around the 15th, and then I have to wait for it to clear to hit my bank account. I have no money. I'm not kidding. Like, I have about enough money right now to buy Death Stranding tonight, which I haven't yet, but I'm going to buy it tonight, and that's that. So, any funds that you contribute today via tipping is going to go towards paying bills, and it's going to go towards affording the games for the rest of the month. I really need the support with tips right now. You know, no bones about it. Until I get paid by Twitch, I'm in a bad position. All right, so please consider tipping today if at all you can. All right, there's 2 ways you can tip. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. One or the other. Either way works and brings up the PayPal tips page. A couple things about tipping. Number one, I strongly recommend that if you're going to tip, that you either use a different name than your real one, or you tip anonymously. Reason being, there are people on the internet who are out there to harass people who contribute to streamers, and sadly, if you put out your real information, more than likely you may get harassed online. I don't want that to happen, so please either make up a new name or be anonymous. You can say anonymous, and no one will know it's you, and no one will be able to come after you. Okay? All right? So, that being said, guys, hopefully you'll consider it. And also, another thing, because I got distracted, my phone vibrated. Another thing about tipping is that you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You can actually use a debit or credit card to do so, which is an option on the PayPal page. Sometimes it's not, because you'll go on there and they won't show up. And that's just a visual glitch from what I don't understand. It doesn't load properly. When I tried to check it out myself on a mobile device, my phone, it did not work. But if you go on a desktop device, you should be able to tip without using a PayPal account, FYI. Okay. So there you go. So that's the deal with tipping, and please consider it. Tipping, I get those funds right away. I can put it towards bills and to buy the games that I need to buy in the next few weeks. And, so please consider it. And I appreciate anyone who does contribute in any method. They all help, by the way. I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. If you want to cheer, you want to sub, etc., those things help me. But right now, tipping in the short term is what I really need help with. Okay, guys? All right. So, moving forward. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else before we get to the rules. And I think we're good there in regards to the rules. In regards to, I think I've covered everything. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, we now get to the rules segment of the stream. All right? So please understand that we have rules here on the stream that we abide by to try to maintain a certain chill vibe on the stream. All right? I'm streaming on twitch.tv, and I have to abide by all of their rules. Therefore, I can't just say and do whatever I want on my stream. Please understand that. But in addition to that, I have my own kind of code of conduct that I abide by. And this code of conduct essentially is I want you guys to come by the stream and be able to completely escape from your own dramatic lives, the own kind of drama and nonsense and toxicity that happens in real life. I want you to be able to come and escape and have a good chill time with me, see my honest reactions to video games, interact with me and other people in stream chat, and just in general, just have a relaxing time. I don't want you guys coming by here, all right, and then being completely inundated with drama and nonsense and arguments and nasty stuff. That's the opposite of what you want to come to the gameplay stream for, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm well aware that there's many streamers out there that's what they do, all right? They want to propagate drama. They want to bring that stuff to their streams. They want to make controversial topics and everything. I'm the opposite. I just want to have a good time with games and a good time with you guys and just hang out, okay? So, that means that there's certain topics that we generally don't talk about and I don't allow on my stream. Politics and religion are two hotbeds, where if you bring those things up on my gameplay stream, people tend to argue with each other, get very angry with each other, and it just ends up not being a very good time in general, which is why I really don't allow it, okay? So please understand that. Please respect that. I know some people want to come in here and they want to talk about Brexit, and they want to talk about Trump, and we're not going to do that. Now, the difference here is if there is a game that has a topic that's in line with politics or religion, that's different. At least that's in line with what we're talking about in the game, and it's not going to derail the stream or whatever. So in that case, that's an exception. But outside of that, please don't try to derail the stream with that kind of stuff, all right? Now, in addition, I am well aware that there are many, many people out there on the internet that are out to get me, whether it's they want to defame or slander me constantly, whether they want to put up a new drama video against me, whether they want to illegally record and restream my content in order to make fun of me and make a buck and ride my coattails and make a living basically trying to make fun of me, all right? These people are messed up in the head, they're immoral, they're breaking the law on a daily basis, and there's nothing I can do about it, all right? I'm used to it. I've been around the block. I've been doing this for 11 years, and these people have been here probably for about 8 of those years, and they're never going to go anywhere because YouTube allows that kind of behavior on their website. Even though it is immoral and in many cases illegal, YouTube doesn't really give a shit. Unless YouTube gets sued, they just allow that content, and in fact, a lot of the times they promote that kind of content. So since I have no recourse against it, there's no point in mentioning it. I know it exists. I know these people are being fucking nasty to me all over the internet, and they make shit up on a daily basis, so they spin stuff to be negative that's not true. That's life, all right? It's become a fact of life for me, and I'm used to it. But please understand, it's against the rules to bring that stuff up on my streams. So please, I don't need to hear about the latest bullshit that's going on regarding me. It has nothing to do with the content on my gameplay stream, and we're just here to have a fun and chill time, okay? So please understand that, and understand that bringing it up is just going to get yourself in trouble, all right? Some people come in here, whoa, what about this that's happening with Phil today? Boom. That's it. You know, I can't have my stream derailed with fucking nonsense. We're here trying to enjoy a game. I'm not gonna what these idiots are doing on the internet has nothing to do with me, and we're not gonna allow that. Okay, guys? Fair enough. All right. And by the way, I did have a talk because people were bringing up OG Rascal from last night. I had a talk with him last night via email. And first of all, he wanted to let me know that those people who were tipping, there were people who were tipping last night and saying insulting things, was not him, which I suspected. I said, it's probably not him. And then I basically just was like, you know, I don't know what happened, what happened yesterday. I didn't want to ban you, but you just kept acting up and doing stuff that you knew was against the rules. And he was like, yeah, you did the right thing. And that was it. So I don't know if he'll ever come back and apologize and want to come back or not. But that was on him. Like, he knew what he was doing was wrong. Almost like he was purposely doing stuff wrong to get himself banned or something. I don't know what was going on there. But he was definitely acting up last night. And basically people were like, what the hell's up with this guy? I don't know. So, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. All right. So now we move on to the third and the final segment of the pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plugs. No! Oh God, can you imagine we were doing the gratuitous plugs again? No, we're not doing the gratuitous plugs again. Okay? We're doing shoutouts. So this is gonna be shoutouts, where I give shoutouts to those who have contributed. Okay? Premium Penne is asking me, what will I drink today for stream? I'm drinking a fruit punch flavored Crystal Light. It's actually not a Mio today. It's the same premise, though. It's Crystal Light, which is a liquid flavoring you put in a bottle of water that has no calories in it, but it has a little bit of caffeine and a good amount of flavor. That's what I'm drinking today on stream. So there you go. I'm already more than halfway done with it. Okay, so now it's time for shout-outs. And we start off with Golden Colts, who did a series of cheers overnight. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for all those cheers overnight. I appreciate that very much. In fact, that was enough overnight to push him into the top cheering spot. All right, pretty good. Rashawn J76 tipped me $1 to get the tipping started today on the live stream. So let's get him up on the leaderboard since he's officially the first tipper of the day. And thank you very much for that, because like I said, tipping helps me more than anything right now, and I really need that help, so thank you. Crap. Okay, Rashawn says the following. Hey, Phil, when you get to level B2, all right, so that's one of the levels in Luigi's Mansion, I'm assuming. You're only going to be able to get maybe 4 or 5 of the gems that are hidden there. You'll have to come back once you get an update. Okay, so that was the same as the theater stage as well, right? Where I was only able to get 5 of the gems. I wasn't able to get all of the gems on the theater level. And I'm going to have to go back to get another one once I get some kind of an upgrade. I'm not sure what it's going to be, because I haven't had an upgrade in quite some time. Maybe it's the same upgrade that you're talking about on B2. Maybe this one upgrade allows you to do a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. All right, but thank you for the tip, Rashawn J. I don't know when we're going to go to B2. I know that the next level is level 9, and we're trying currently to get the elevator key, or the elevator button, to go to level 9. And I'm assuming at some point we're going to end up going down to B2. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know if that's today or not. If we'll get there, we'll find out. So thank you very much, Rashawn. Mr. Shahath did a 100-bit cheer, completely and utterly misinterpreting a situation that I was describing yesterday, which I love when people do this, all right? So allow me to explain, first of all, before I read Mr. Shahath's question, or excuse me, Mr. Shahath's statement. Mr. Shahath yesterday, or excuse me, try this again. Yesterday on stream when we were playing The Outer Worlds, a situation came up in the game where one of my companions had an old friend who he trusted. And he went to meet this old friend who he hadn't talked to in years and years. And the old friend had a favor to ask of him. So you go to do the favor for the old friend. Come to find out the old friend had been completely and utterly being dishonest with the guy. And then turned on him at the last minute. And they basically end up killing the guy, which is pretty messed up. And then he's like shocked. He's like, oh my God, I never suspected. This is a guy who I trusted and who I was friends with for a long time. And I thought that he was my friend, and then out of the blue, he contacts me, and the next thing you know, the guy's completely is a two-faced liar, and all this negative stuff comes out about him. And so the conversation came up because there was actually dialogue options with another one of your companions who was a very cynical person saying, you know, you should never have relationships in life where you trust people because they always let you down. And this is the situation of the human condition, is that everyone is out for self-preservation and no one's actually cares about helping others or doing that. It's all about yourself, number one, and everyone else second. And it's always going to be like that no matter how much people lie or say otherwise. It just seems that the human condition is only care about yourself, right? And everything for you to get ahead, and betray your friends, betray your relatives, betray everyone. Don't trust anyone because everyone will screw you over no matter what. And the conversation was between the main protagonist, the captain of the ship, and this follower of yours, this companion of yours. And you're like, no, you know, you shouldn't be like that. You can't just close yourself off completely to people in life, because if you do, then how are you ever going to have a meaningful relationship at all? How can you only be about yourself? Isn't that a lonely existence, to only trust yourself and only care about yourself and not have meaningful human interactions, always suspecting that at one moment someone's going to backstab you? And basically I opened up during this segment, and I was like, you know, in my life, I've had many situations over the years where I had people who I trusted, who I thought I was very close with, who I trusted with personal information and stuff. And, you know, it came back to bite me, you know. And I was very general. I didn't make any specific references to any person in particular whatsoever. And a lot of people interpret it as different things. Some people interpret it as, oh, this is Phil talking about his ex, or this is Phil talking about John Rambo and Howard, or this is Phil talking about this other person. And, you know, that's the thing. People will always do that on the internet. They'll turn it and twist it into what they know of me, their own personal knowledge of me and my history. So some people, I guess, took it like that. In truth, I actually wasn't directly referencing anyone specific. I was saying in general, I've had a lot of situations in my life where people who I thought were my friends and I trusted would either just abandon me and just kind of dump me and not talk to me anymore, or the flip side of that, you know, all of a sudden turn on me and say that I'm a horrible person, I've done wrongs to them and stuff. But it's many different things that have happened in my life. All right, I wasn't referencing anyone specific at all. Okay. And in fact, I named no names. I didn't reference any particular situations. But Mr. Shahat did a 100-bit cheer, and here's what he has to say. So I missed your stream yesterday. You said Rambo backstabbed you because money stopped flowing, but he said he stopped wanting to do anything with you in 2014 when the money was still flowing. And it started when you read personal text on a personal video and a public video, takes responsibility for your failed relationship. What the hell are you talking about? I was not referencing John Rambo. Trust me, if I was referencing John Rambo, I would have said as much. That's what I mean. Like, people take shit that I'm saying on a stream and turn it into what they feel it is, and then they say, "Oh, you see, Phil, you did wrong here, and you did wrong." I didn't even say that. Like, it was nothing to do like that at all. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So, Mr. Shahat, what I'll say is, calm down, relax, okay? In truth, and this is the truth of the matter. Even though, yes, I do in some part feel betrayed by what happened with Rambo, he's not who I was referencing, and there are people who have been way worse to me than John Rambo ever was. And in particular, that's kind of the situations that I was thinking about when I was talking during the Outer World stream last night. It was not in reference to John Rambo at all. And I think that people sadly take it that, all we know is that John Rambo had a falling out with Phil, so that's got to be that. No, dude, guys, I'm 37 years old. You only know, first of all, you only know about 11 years of that I've shared with you, and you only know about the public stuff that I've shared with you during those 11 years. I've had many other things going on in my life before, and you need to stop trying to make these assumptions, because here's what happens, sadly, this is what I hate to say. You make the assumption, you spread it as fact, now it becomes fact. Oh, Phil last night talked shit about John Rambo on a stream. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't talk about him at all. I didn't reference him. I never brought him up by name. None of that happened. But when you do this, you create the drama. You create this negative spin. You create the toxicity that doesn't exist. Because I opened up about my personal life experiences doesn't mean it's something you think it is, because you made an assumption. You know what they say about assumptions, right? They make an ass of everyone. Because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? So there you go. So please understand this. Please don't take it for what it's not, because you did completely misinterpret that situation. And I don't think that it's fair that now you say stuff like this to me, and try to say, oh, you see, you're a bad guy because you didn't take responsibility, blah, blah. I wasn't even talking about that. That's not even the situation we're talking about. All right? Like, you're completely misinterpreting the situation, and that's not cool that you would do that. All right? So, thank you for the cheer. I'm glad that we brought it up, because if there are these misinterpretations of things that I say on stream, I guess it's nice that we try to clear them up. But it didn't happen, you know? Let's let things lie where they lie, all right? You know, John Rambo and Howard, I haven't spoken to in over 4 years. And I'm never going to speak to them again. It's just that simple. They're in the past. It's time to leave the past behind us. Stop assuming that every time that I bring anything up that it's about that one specific thing in the past that you guys are knowledgeable about. It's not. Okay? And the bottom line is it's none of your business to be poking noses in that kind of shit and trying to bring up old stuff. And you guys do it all the time. It's hilarious that if you actually look now, here's the truth of the matter. If you look at the amount of time that I was a content creator in Connecticut, all right, and you look at the amount of time that I was a content creator here in the state of Washington, all right, I've been making content in Washington for 5.5 years. Think about what I just said. 5.5 years, and I've been doing this for 11. Half of the time that I've been a content creator has been here in Washington. Past the time that I did co-op with Rambo and Howard, past the time of anything from back in Connecticut. Yet people still act like that was yesterday. You know, like it's time to, I have let go of the past, and you know what I mean? Like I've way past that. I've changed as a person. I've grown, I've evolved, I've matured. You know, I admit of the mistakes that I made in the past and the things that I've done that have been screwed up. And I like to feel that, you know, now that I have a life that's different and I've moved on for the better. You guys got to let it go. You can't keep thinking that every time that I bring something up that it has to do with the specific things in the past, that it's not. And, you know, the sooner you let it go, the better. You know, I understand that some people say, oh, those were the golden days of content creation. It's never going to go back to that, guys. The world has changed. I've changed. The world has changed. Everything's different now. You have to accept that. You can't just keep harping on these times of the past, and bringing shit up from the past doesn't help anyone. You know, it doesn't. You got to move on to the future. I've always said this. Don't forget what happened in the past, okay? Learn from it, from experience, to become better and not make the same mistakes in the future and to move forward positively. But don't dwell on the past, because what's in the past is in the past. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. So why are you going to sit here and harp on it constantly? And the answer is, I'm not. And I didn't. You guys did. You know, anyone who spun it this way, it was you, not me. I didn't even mention Rambo or anyone by name. So that's what I mean. Like, you got to stop doing this, because all you're doing is you're driving yourself nuts over something that's not even true. So here we are. We just spent almost 10 minutes talking about this, Mr. Shahad, when in reality, this was all on you making an assumption that wasn't true. All right? So the best advice I can give you, stop. Move on. Stop making assumptions. I think you're going to have a much better time with my streaming if you don't do that. All right? Not everything is about negative drama of the past and not being able to move on. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Let's move on positively to the future. So, an anonymous cheerer did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much to the anonymous cheerer. I appreciate that. Krumavilli did a 50-bit cheer and says, if you like Luigi's Mansion 3, you should try the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. A lot of people have actually said that to me. They said this game is, you know, if you like how this game is, you know, this is the modernized version, but the original Luigi's Mansion on GameCube was basically like a big haunted house. And it was really cool in that regard, and I should try that one out. And I can. I have a GameCube. All right, I don't have a GameCube. What I have is a Wii, a Model 1 Wii. I still have it. And the Model 1 Wii was a GameCube emulator. So if you had a GameCube disc, you could put it into the Wii, and I have the ability to capture from my Wii. So I could do that. If people ever wanted to see the original Luigi's Mansion, I can do it. I'm certainly not going to do it anytime soon, considering I'm playing the modern one. But yeah, in the future, I could do that. Now, in addition, I also have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the Nintendo 3DS. And at one point, I could capture from the 3DS. I don't know if it would still work, because I haven't used the 3DS capture device in like over 3 years. So I don't know if it still works. I would hope it does. So maybe I could do that as well. So, all right, there you go. Now, Kermovilli just cheered. He says, you say on the pre-stream, you don't want drama, but you spend time addressing drama. I don't get it. Listen, That's what this is for. First of all, number one, I'm not addressing drama. If you're talking about when I brought up, oh, don't bring up the haters, I'm saying that to say don't bring up the haters. If I just completely don't bring it up at all, then people don't know there's rules against it. All right? And if you notice, I didn't bring up anything specific in regards to particular haters who are doing nasty stuff against me. That's what's against the rules. All right? If you mean what I just talked about with Mr. Shahad, that's different. That's someone contributing and honestly asking a question. I'm addressing it honestly, and we're getting it out of the way on pre-stream before we get into gameplay, which would derail the stream. You see what I mean? Better to do it now and get it out of the way than start a game and now people start bringing up this stuff, right? And then we have to stop playing the game to address it. That's not what I want to do. So that's why we do it this way. This works. That's what I like, the fact that we have the pre-streams in order to get that stuff, the daily discussions out of the way, whether it may be gaming news, whether it may be the schedule, whether it's things going on around my streams, whether it's people want to talk about stuff that's happened on my streams. We can get this out of the way before we get to the gameplay. So when we get to the gameplay, it's all about the gameplay. This is how I do my streams, Kermavilli. So I don't know if you were relatively new or not, but that's how we do it on purpose. So that way we can relax once the game starts, right? That's the deal, okay? So there you go. And then I received a $5 insulting troll tip from an idiot who thinks that I would read this message out. Of course I would not, because they're a moron. So there you go. All right. So what I'd like to do now is move on to shoutouts for top cheerers of the week. Okay? Let's do this. So thank you to the following top cheerers of the week. I appreciate this very much. All the support that you've given so far this week. You mind, the week is young. It's still only Thursday. In 10th place, we got Vincent9999. In 9th place, Gangly Uncoordinated D. In 8th place, Kermavilli. Thank you for the cheers this morning, Kermavilli. 7th place, Philly Buckeye. 6th place, Philip Smelly Chair. 5th place, Metalhead 2177. 4th place, M5 NSX. 3rd place, Infinite 55. 2nd place, 2 Bar King. And in 1st place so far for this week, we've got Golden Colts. Very nice. Okay? Ooh. Excuse me. And I just want to give a quick shout out to those who have gifted subs so far this week, including Yeah4335, Jack Spartacus, D-Train12, Gloves123, and Infinite 55. Thank you guys very, very much for all of that. All right. So that's pretty much it for the pre-stream today. Unless anyone else has any other topics they want to bring up and address, I think we've pretty much covered it all. FYI, again, just to reiterate, if you guys want... Oh, that's right, yeah. You guys are right. The leaderboard isn't working. This gifting subs leaderboard is not working right. Because you're right, I believe that Anonymous gifted some last night, and someone else gifted some last night as well, and I said, what the hell? They literally just did it, and it's not showing up on the leaderboard. So I apologize. I guess this is a brand new thing Twitch is doing, the gifted subs leaderboard. And I get the feeling it's not accurate, that it's accurate to a point, but it's not catching certain ones. So please, don't take offense if you gifted subs this week and I didn't give you a shout out right now. I'm only going off of what I see on the leaderboard, which doesn't appear to work. Okay? Sorry about that. That's right, Crazy Dream. It was you. You gifted a sub and it didn't show up, and you're right. You're still not on there. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's not my leaderboard. It's Twitch's. So, okay, guys. So, thank you very much. Just a quick reminder: the best way to be supportive today is by tipping me. I need support with tips right now. Number 1, to pay bills, and number 2, to buy all these games coming up. So please consider tipping me if at all you can today. I really need the help. Thanks to anyone who contributed so far. I'm now going to take a short break. I need to use the restroom before we begin. Okay? So I'm going to do that now, get that out of the way. And then we're going to come back with 4+ hours of Luigi Mansion 2, which I hope you guys are excited for. Okay? Alright, guys. I'll be back in just a few minutes with Luigi's Mansion. See you then.